Hey everybody, Michael Phoenix here, founder of the magazine. I'm really not used to being in front of the camera. Personally, I have no problem with it, but I just don't see the point in it. Um, but anyway, A Valley and Beyond started off in May of 2013 as pretty much it evolved from a simple blog which covered pretty much arts, music, and some events. And that's how the magazine started. Over the course of the past almost 3 years now, the magazine has grown and evolved to cover a lot of different areas, including sports, politics, benefits, a lot of interviews with people, etc. And between Christmas of 2015 and the end of February 2016, I took a serious look at the magazine in general, and I realized it was time for the next step in a major evolution. Um, and that evolution basically focused on having A Valley and Beyond become a much more serious publication. Um, there's also another part which I'll get to momentarily, but a large part of it becoming a more serious publication is also I realized that, and this is largely due to the amount of people that have been there for me, the magazine, and have helped both out over the past almost 3 years. Um, you know, a lot of great people, a lot of great people here in Lehigh Valley. Honestly, it's just they're not the people here in Lehigh Valley that really help out, that really do make a difference, aren't the ones that you see, um, you know, bragging about it, flashing, going to different events and saying, "Hey, look at me! Hey, I'm here!" Kissing ass and everything else. They're the people everyday people on the street, small business owners that just really that are concerned about what they do and trying to make the Lehigh Valley and people's lives a little better in any way possible. And I have a list. Check the magazine sponsors and a list of other people that aren't on there. But anyway, so largely in part due to the people that have helped me out, and also just wanting to, looking at it, looking at the magazine and media in general over this course of this winter, because we had almost a 3-foot blizzard which set a record here in Lehigh Valley, and then 2 weeks later, I think it was like a couple weeks later, we woke up and my dad texted me, "Oh, by the way, heat wave, negative 15-degree wind chill factor." So, it's one of those where I looked at it as, okay, it's time for the magazine, and it's part of the media's job in general, from the smallest independent publication all the way up to major corporations like CNN, ESPN, CBS, NBC, etc. It's part of our job and our responsibility with all the power that we hold to make a difference in people's lives, in our community, and in our world in general. So that is hopefully one of the major changes you have seen with the magazine, and you will continue to see. Now, some of the ways that these changes have come into existence, that are noticeable, is at least until probably May. Might switch it over to monthly, but every 2 months the magazine runs a contest for businesses and even politicians. This is an election year, for 1 month of free advertising to help out not specific charities, but to help out in specific categories. The first two, January and February, focused on the homeless. March and April focused on local animal shelters and helping out our best friends and our best companions. So another way that the magazine has made some change in this area is kind of focusing on community things, like not really benefits, but I'm trying to focus on the everyday way, on people, and the way, everyday life, people every day, your everyday person tries to make a difference. Also, I know this may not fall into this category, but there's an obituary section now for people who can honor their loved ones who just passed away, and it's totally free listing. Eventually, as I can down the road when I can afford to start affording 1 or 2 people. That, a lot of these basic ideas are going to evolve, etc. I just don't have the time right now considering I'm one person that does everything. But anyway, so that is like the major change for the magazine, like the biggest way the magazine has changed and evolved this year. And also, especially between Christmas and New Year's in 2015, I started going through the archives, and I looked at it where, honestly, in Lehigh Valley, I've pretty much seen it all and done it all. The events, the bands, the arts, etc. So I finally realized it's time to take the magazine into major cities and evolve it and expand it into possibly, 2017. You never know. Have a base here in Lehigh Valley and have a base here in a major city, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, wherever. You know, so it's definitely time to evolve the magazine and expand it into other physical locations. And also, I have an older laptop. Its technology upgrades are desperately needed. Um, you know, I have a lot of ideas and a lot of ways that I want the Valley to and beyond to expand, with the main focus on continuing to make a difference, continuing to help people, continuing to try to make a locality, a person's life, and our world in general a better place through the magazine. The media, whether you're smallest independent all the way up to major corporations, we hold a lot of power. And it's time to start using the power that the Valley and Beyond does have to try to make changes and make things better. So that's the main reasons why I have this Kickstarter. And also, I'm going to be completely honest, the Valley and Beyond keeps the roof over my head. It pays the bills, etc. And for it even to continue on the scale it has, even close to that scale here in the Lehigh Valley, I mean, I've made a lot of cutbacks just because with the new ideas I have, I just don't have time for the older ones. Um, but it keeps the roof over my head. I have done this in the past almost 3 years. I don't even want to think about the amount of times I've been out on the street. I know you shouldn't say this, but oh wow, well that's, people will say that doesn't make you look good, but this is completely honest to show you how much of my life, my heart, my soul, and spirit are in this. There have been a lot of times where I've lived on the street, where I've pulled all-nighters between, because I couldn't afford a roof over my head. I've pulled all-nighters between a McDonald's and Top Diner, where I've crashed at a covered bus stop and still kept this thing going. Still went out to support, review and support the bands, the artists, the events, etc. So, this is my life, my heart, my soul, my spirit are in this thing for almost the past 3 years. So if there's any way possible, I mean, I really, really hate doing this, but if there's any way possible, this Kickstarter will really, this is the launch pad for the next stage, honestly. And everything's pointing towards the fact of expanding and the ideas I have for 2016 and beyond to really get them kicked in gear. So thank you very much for listening to this. I know it's kind of long, but I really want to get into detail and also give you a really good idea about myself and the magazine and everything. So I appreciate your time and any support that you give to this Kickstarter. Check out the awards. Because it's one thing. Living on the street, I've lived on the street at times, and I've seen a lot of the true street bums and true street trash. And in all honesty, I honestly don't like taking something unless I can give something back. Okay, so check out I try to do several awards for different levels of donations, but And the award, any recognition that you have on that section of the magazine, the page for the Kickstarter, the thank you for the donating to the Kickstarter, will be up until the end of until I will keep that. I'm going to keep that up for a full year, so you will receive it'll your name, your business name, whatever, at the bare minimum. That page will be up for at least an entire year, and then get kicked into the archives. So it'll be up until April 1st of 2017. So sorry for being a little long, but I just want to give you a really good idea of the reasons why I'm doing this, and give you a better idea about the magazine. Take care, everybody. Stay safe in the night, and always, to you, your family, and friends, honestly, I wish you all the best. I wish you the best in life. I wish you the best in love, and success in everything. So take care, stay safe in the night, and always, and to all the magazine sponsors, especially, to above everybody else, my father, and to everybody who supports the magazine. Thank you. Doesn't even begin to cover it. Michael Phoenix from the room at the Super 8 Hotel here in Allentown, Airport Road in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Later.